So I've been listening to Coldplay since I was 6 years old. One of the first songs that I remember being compelled by and kind of just in a trance over was Clocks. I was 6 years old. It had to be 2002, 2003. And I remember hearing those keys, na 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 na, na, and then seeing the video. And for years, I had no idea what the song was called because, it was in an age where no one had iPods or, Shazam. You couldn't just look up a song you heard. And I was 6 years old at the time. I didn't know how to figure out what was the name of this song that I just found myself being compelled by and drawn to for whatever reason. So years went on, and I remember hearing the song in various scenarios and situations. I'm in a car with a friend, and I hear Clocks on the radio. I'm like, oh, I know this song. I love this song. And then I hear it years later on a movie. I think it was called Into the Wild, where they have clocks in the movie at some point, and being compelled by that and not knowing what the name of the song was until years later. I think I had a PlayStation P, PlayStation Portable. I think I had to be maybe like 11 or something like that, 11 or 12. And I figured out what was the name of the song, and it was Clocks by Coldplay. And I became a Coldplay fan ever since. So I was a fan of Coldplay before I even knew I was a fan because I was drawn to them by Clocks. But ever since then, I just dived headfirst and listened to as much of their music as I could. So today I want to talk about a song by Coldplay that just about makes me cry every time. Of course, I love Clocks, love the album of Rush of Blood to the Head, which has Clocks as one of their singles. A Rush of Blood to the Head is a phenomenal album. And honestly, I think all of their albums up to, let's say, A Head Full of Dreams, they kind of start to lose me after A Head Full of Dreams. I love all their albums up to that point. Everyday Life, Music of the Spheres, Moon Music. I really haven't dived into these three albums, if I'm honest, but I've heard all of these albums. At one point, I had all of these albums. I bought them. I had a CD version of them. And I still have, I think, X and Y and Parachutes in my car right now. So I'm a big fan of Coldplay, and I could just talk about them for a very long time. But I want to talk to you today about X and Y. I think this is their best album, hands down. The writing is just phenomenal, and I think Coldplay has some of the best writing I've ever heard. And their writing is what influences my writing, especially my more recent material, just wanting to be more thoughtful about what I'm saying in my lyrics. So just about all of their songs on X and Y are just tearjerkers. I mean, to some degree, I think they're just really profound to me, and they really hit me. Not all of them are tearjerkers, but all of them are just contemplative in nature. And I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with "Fix You," which is a song that he wrote. Chris Martin wrote for Gwyneth Paltrow while they were together. I believe that was the case. But today I want to talk about "Swallowed in the Sea." This is the song that gets me in my feelings every time I hear it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the lyrics, but I remember kind of being drawn to this when I first heard the album. But lately, because there's something that music does. Like, I was just driving to work one day, and these lyrics came in my head. Like, and the lyrics were, "What good is it to live with nothing left to give? Forget but not forgive, not loving all that you see." And these are the lyrics in "Swallowed in the Sea." And I want to spend some time just talking about those lyrics and reflecting on the song. I would encourage you to pause this video and listen to the song in its entirety before you hear what else I have to say about it, because I don't want to ruin the vibe for you. Because I think it's important to just listen to a song in its entirety before you're picking apart like the words and the different nuances. Just listen to it all together before you're picking it apart. So do that for me, please, before you listen to what else I have to say about the song "Swallowed in the Sea." But it is the song "Swallowed in the Sea" that gets me in my feelings every time I hear it. And this is, I think, one of the best Coldplay songs. So I got the lyrics of "Swallowed in the Sea" here, and I'm just going to read through them and reflect on them with you, because I think this is poetry right here. It's all poetry. "You cut me down a tree and brought it back to me, and that's what made me see where I was going wrong. You put me on a shelf and kept me for yourself. I can only blame myself. You can only blame me." There's so much you could say about this, but I'm just going to leave it to being wooed into something, being drawn into something This is what I think this first paragraph is talking about. Then he says, and I could write a song 100 miles long. Well, that's where I belong, and you belong with me. So this is just some type of yearning, being with someone that is wooing you to them. And I can write it down or spread it all around, get lost and then get found or swallowed in the sea. Man, swallowed in the sea. This is just a strong biblical metaphor. There's a lot of talk about water, and even just ancient mythology, the sea just represented something scary and something just you kind of get lost in, and there's an unending amount of mystery in the sea. So to be swallowed in the sea, I mean, you're just swallowed in the abyss. You put me on the line and hung me out to dry, and darling, that's when I decided to go see you. You cut me down to size and opened up my eyes, made me realize what I could not see. So this is, man, you're being wooed into something, and then like you're being able to be transformed by whatever you're being wooed into. I mean, this is just very spiritual in nature for me. And I could write a book, the one they'll sing, the one they'll say that shook the world, and then it took it back from me. And I could write it down or spread it all around, get lost and get found, and you'll come back to me, not swallowed in the sea. Man, so this is just maybe some preventing of the falling into the abyss. There's some type of participation that I have in your rescue, which prevents you from being swallowed in the sea. Well, I could write a song 100 miles long. Well, that's where I belong, and you belong with me. The streets you're walking on, 1,000 houses long. Well, that's where I belong, and you belong with me. Oh, this is one that gets me. Oh, what good is it to live with nothing left to give? Forget but not forgive, not loving all you see. So this song is about some type of experience in existence, right? Obviously, that's what every song is about. But just this longing and kind of falling short of that longing, and like, what are you living for if you're not forgiving? What are you living for if you're not able to let go? And if you don't let go, that's how you get swallowed in the sea. So I think just the way he sings this part too just really gets me, and this is where I really get emotional. Like, oh, what good is it to live with nothing left to give? Forget but not forgive, not loving all you see. What's the point of living if you can't love all that you see? So it's like he's getting wooed into something deeper, right? Instead of kind of getting lost in the sea. All the streets you're walking on, 1,000 houses long. Well, that's where I belong, and you belong with me, not swallowed in the sea. You belong with me, not swallowed in the sea. Yeah, you belong with me, not swallowed in the sea. Wow. So this song, I mean, it could be about rescue, just being rescued. And the sea could be anything. The sea could be the uncertainty of life. The sea could be stark awareness of your own existence, and maybe something that's pulling you into depression because of how aware you are and some of the things you're dealing with. I mean, it can be anxiety. It could just be anything. So I think this song makes me so emotional because I feel like it's about rescue. And so naturally, I think about Jesus. I think about God. I think about the spirit that I think is rescuing me from my own self. And so I think about the spirituality of it. But the thing about music, the beautiful thing about music, I have no idea what Chris Martin was thinking as he wrote these lyrics. I mean, he's obviously not thinking exactly what I'm thinking, because we are the sum of our experiences, and Chris Martin does not have my experiences. But he wrote this song in 2005, and here I am in 2025, 20 years later, still talking about it, still thinking about it, still playing it on a CD, because my car still has a CD player. So I'm listening to it on a CD and just being drawn into something. I'm being pulled into something as I listen to this. I'm being pulled into my heart, I think. I'm being pulled into my life. I think this is another way you can look at it, because there's one thing to live, but to be pulled into your life, there's a difference between it, because I can be breathing but not living. Everybody knows that. I could just be a zombie. I can just be going through the motions. And maybe this is another way you can frame this song. This song is about not going through the motions anymore, but noticing the beautiful things around you, being able to let go, to forgive, to love all that you see. And the beautiful thing is, I think we have to be pulled into something like from beyond us to do this. And ultimately, I think all our resources are inward or inside, but I think sometimes we need something outside of us to help us notice what we already have within us. And so this could be a sunset. This can be a romantic relationship. It can be holding a baby for the first time that is yours. It could be a song, you know. So I'm really just getting into the nitty gritty of how this song is speaking to me, especially just trying to understand it poetically and metaphorically and break it down and trying to show you how music touches me. And this is one of the songs that has touched me. So just wanted to share this song with you. Like I said, I would encourage you to listen to it a couple times. Would love to know your thoughts. I really love Coldplay, so I'm probably gonna do another song by Coldplay, probably Clocks, since that was the first song I heard by them those years ago. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure I shared this with you because Coldplay has had a significant impact and influence on my music and my desire to make music. I was listening to Coldplay before I even wrote a song, or I knew I could write a song, or I knew I wanted to write a song. It wasn't hip hop that I listened to first. It wasn't Kanye West that I listened to first. It was Coldplay. It was Coldplay that I was really drawn into. And I can remember Coldplay being my first, like, oh, this is the music that I'm drawn to. So just wanted to make sure I talked about this and shared this with you.